The maid was bending over the door nervously. "Keep yourself silent." However, the cutlery in my hand, or because of the violent shaking, sharp collision sound, the young man in the corridor stared at this scene blankly. Soon he mustered up the courage, pulled the maid into his room. The young and energetic boy named Roger. He has been studying in the city. I'm on vacation recently, because the city is in turmoil. He had to spend his summer vacation at a manor outside the city. I thought it would be very boring. However, I didn't expect. This became a memory he would never forget. Roger's father was an officer, mother of noble birth. In the manor, the maids serving are more beautiful than each other. Adolescence. It is inevitable to have endless fantasies about the opposite sex, but the family education is strict. His mother forbade him to have private contact with the servants. Roger can only keep his younger sister company. He was bored and wandering around the manor that day. Unconsciously walked into a forest. Suddenly I heard an ambiguous voice. They turned out to be a lively couple. Roger peeked into a corner of the adult world. He was impressed by the feeling of his heart beating faster. Dinner. He looked at the beautiful young maids. Sudden loss of interest in food. I want to go back to my room early to rest. I greeted the elders politely and perfunctorily. He left the table. Didn't notice anything strange about Aunt Anna. After washing up, he suddenly heard someone walking out. There was the sound of porcelain colliding. Roger looked over. A maid was about to be faced with the door. The cutlery in my hand. The body shakes and makes a series of collision sounds. Soon the maid shook off the skirt from her waist. The door behind him was also opened by a man's big hand. Close quickly. Roger's heart was beating fast. He was about to go back to sleep, but I found that my sister came in. He saw Roger's body. This made Roger embarrassed and my sister disagrees. Said he had seen it in person in the manor a long time ago. At this moment the maid opened the door, pulling back Roger's blanket. My sister is now gray. Ran back to his room. The maid turned around. I saw Roger's bulging quilt again. She was about to say. Roger was so frightened that he hurriedly covered himself with a blanket. Kaliji is huge. Pull the opponent directly onto yourself. Looking at the boy's fiery eyes, the maid left quickly. But Roger couldn't sleep anymore. Man pins woman's body to window. Then he walked out with a smirk on his face. The woman felt something strange behind her. She struggled desperately. Gradually give up resistance. My sister grew up in the manor. Perhaps it was because of what the maid saw and heard. She is very precocious at such a young age. She took the initiative to take Roger, peeping into the maids' private lives. Roger then discovered. It turns out they are even more bold and unrestrained than he imagined. That day, his sister took him to the church in Beijing. Ladies often come here to pray. They betrayed their husbands. Tell the priest all the details. Last section prays for forgiveness, so that the guilty heart can get a moment of comfort. After my sister left, Roger continued to eavesdrop alone. He is very interested in this kind of color news. At this moment he heard the voice of his Aunt Anna. Anna told the priest. Her husband Mark, a man who doesn't understand romance, only interested in the stars in the sky. So he couldn't help but peek at Roger taking a bath. Roger was shocked. Suddenly my body felt empty. He fell from the building. After the three of them left, the priest only took me to the church to eavesdrop. Told his parents. The father was furious. Let Anna in front of everyone. Use a whip. Punish Roger. This is Roger's cousin. I just happen to be here with my fiancé. Everyone is laughing at Roger's joke. His sister comforted him not to take it to heart. Adults